Welcome to the Socialette podcast, where we empower you with the marketing know-how you need to create the business of your dreams. I'm your host, Steph Taylor, and I'm a marketing nerd, Shiraz lover, and passport stamp collector. Join me as I dive into all things small business marketing and deliver them to you in bite-sized, fluff-free lessons every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let's get learning. Hey, welcome back to Socialette. This is episode 143. This episode is brought to you by my free Instagram cheat sheet, 7 savvy strategies to ignite your Instagram. Inside the cheat sheet, I share my top strategies that I use to grow my Instagram accounts to over 30,000 followers combined and build a business off the back of it. Head to stephtaylor.co/IG to download the cheat sheet. All right, on to the episode. If I were to ask you, why is your business on Instagram? What would your answer be? Chances are your answer will be something along the lines of, well, to promote my business, obviously. But with the Instagram algorithm not being quite what it used to be back in the day, and I've talked about the algorithm pretty extensively on this podcast, with the algorithm changes, your content reaches far fewer people organically than it used to. So in other words, it's not ideal for marketing your business. But this episode, I'm going to try and shift your mindset around Instagram a little bit. What if you thought of Instagram as a branding tool and not just a sales tool? So what do I mean by using Instagram as a branding tool? Well, your overall brand is made up of many, many different touch points. Your website is probably a major one. If you have a physical location business, then your shopfront or your office will be a big touch point. Research has traditionally found that it takes around 7 touch points to convert someone into a paying customer or client, but there has been talk that it could be as many as 20 touch points in today's digital age, in the age of social media. But get this, right? So Instagram is a touch point too. It's part of someone's overall experience with your brand. It might be the first touch point they see, or it might be the last one before they convert, or it might be somewhere in between. Someone who's already interacted with your brand a lot before they convert, they're going to react very differently to a post that's promoting your product than someone who's only just coming into contact with your brand for the first time. But yet I see so many people only posting promotional content on Instagram, or assuming that everyone has already read their previous posts and already knows who they are and what their business does. Depending on your audience, you might find that it's not uncommon for people to look up your Instagram before they even look at your website. I get this all the time at events, actually. So it's easier for someone to follow me on Instagram than it is for them to check out my website straight away. So if Instagram is a branding tool, what does this mean for you? It means keeping up an Instagram presence, even if it's not directly leading to sales for you. Just because your sales aren't directly coming from Instagram doesn't mean that it's not playing a part in your overall customer journey. It means making sure that your profile is easy to find if someone searches for you. It means making sure everything is consistent with your brand. So from your Instagram profile picture to your captions, to your stories highlight covers, to the way that you comment on other people's posts and how you behave on Instagram. It means posting content that's appropriate for people who are having their first interaction with your brand, but it also means posting content that's appropriate for those who have been following you for a while. Ideally, all of your content will be brand aligned, so when somebody looks at it, they instantly know that it belongs to your brand. It'll all be consistent with your website and whatever other touch points you have, so that when someone clicks a link of yours that takes them off Instagram, they don't suddenly feel like they've taken a wrong turn and they've got lost. That's it for this episode. I'm going to be sharing a few more episodes about branding next week, including an interview that I did with the amazing Tess Robinson from Smack Bang Designs. If you haven't heard of her, she is an absolute powerhouse. She's like the branding queen. So stay tuned for that episode coming on Monday. That's it for this episode. Make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any new episodes released every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you're enjoying this podcast, I'd really love it if you could leave me a quick rating and a review. Thanks so much for listening. Catch you next time.